meditation song tonight will be There's a Fountain Free.
I'd like for us to think back over our life briefly of some occasions when we've gotten excited or we've had a goal, and ask ourselves how it affected our lives. What did it do to us, and what commitment did we put into it, and what risk were we willing to take toward obtaining this something or this goal or whatever it was. Back in the 17th century, there were 100 or so people who got excited about coming across the Atlantic Ocean to Jamestown, Virginia. They boarded their ships in October, and the weather was so bad and so stormy, they were not allowed on deck as they traveled those 66 days. And when they landed, they were 600 miles north of Jamestown because the wind did not take them and allow them to go where they wanted to go. I'm not sure if that was the time and the place when the Pilgrims in our early part of our history survived one winter and supplies got so low that they had 5 grains of corn each for a meal. I'm not sure how long that lasted. But 46 of them died. The rest of them survived the winter. The Indians taught them to plant corn, and later into the growing season, it was dry and it looked like the corn was not going to do well. And under those circumstances, what we know as Thanksgiving came into being, a 3-day feast and prayer in Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. This practice continued sporadically over a period of time, and during the Revolutionary War period, different governing bodies called for days of thanksgiving and prayer. In 1789, George Washington proclaimed the first National Day of Thanksgiving and Prayer, and in 1863, in the midst of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln proclaimed it, I guess, as a national event that has continued pretty much since then. A few days ago, I put on a wash, and I walked away from it. And I thought of some of the things that happened in my youth. I used to watch my mother scrub the clothes on a rug board when they were not too dirty. If they were too dirty, she put them in a big cast iron pot out in the backyard with water and soap, and built a fire and maintained that fire, and took a large stick and punched and stirred on them as they boiled for an extended period of time. Eventually took them out, hung them on a clothesline, and then had to iron them all. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. We as Christians ought to be thankful all the time. We ought to be thankful every day. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful I'm not a victim of the horrible forest fires that have gone on in California, that I'm not a refugee without a country, that I'm not a soldier fighting to stay alive in a foreign country, that I'm not a homeless person, cold and hungry in Lexington, Kentucky, that I'm not a part of or a witness to any of the many killings we've heard about in recent times. As I get older, I realize more and more, and I become more and more thankful for a normal day. Because my age, I'm aware that a normal day is a great day. But above all, I'm thankful for Jesus and for forgiveness for reconciliation and all that goes with God's extension of love and mercy to us who are sinners. Sin has taken us off course, like it did those pilgrims we talked about earlier. Put us on a course of destruction. Jesus offers salvation through gospel obedience. If you've never obeyed the gospel, we'd like to help you do that tonight. Even as Christians, Satan's unfavorable winds has put us adrift sometimes, placed us in peril again. But God again offers forgiveness. We often have struggles, not that serious, but struggles and discouragement with the various issues and events that go on in our lives. We'd like to help you tonight. Obey the gospel. I pray that God would forgive you if you strayed as a Christian, or to help you with any issue you have that we're capable of helping you with. We can do that. Will you come now as we stand and sing for your encouragement?
There's a fountain free, 'tis for you.